All right, here we go again. Buckle up, rough roads ahead. For certain people, at least. We'll bring that back on. So, yeah, it's kind of genius there. There's a couple suggestions. What Trump's doing in the Hormuz Straits is genius. But a couple additions there. First off, what are you doing? If somebody asks you, you're enforcing the sanctions and the embargo on Iran. Simply. The people in those ships that pay the toll. Again, we're going to block all Iranian ships. Right? And then the people that pay the toll are violating the sanctions and the embargo. They've transferred money. And in fact, calculate what it costs to seize the ship and charge them. Send them a bill. Will they pay it or not? We'll worry about that later. Calculate what it costs for us to seize that ship, and you send them a bill. In fact, if they have assets in the United States, seize their assets up to the point of paying the bill. And if they don't have assets and they have ships docking in the United States, seize the ship. Enough of the game. So as you can see, everything I said about the deep state, everything I said about sex crime investigation being corrupt is true. If you're 5 minutes in D.C., you can investigate Eric Swalwell. You have the information to investigate Eric Swalwell for sex crimes. So what they do, in that case, it's obviously true. I mean, they even probably have photo evidence. I don't know if it's real. It came up this morning. Right. So what they do to me is once the community they're duping begins to drift away from it, now some people will work for money no matter what it is, especially when they use narcotics addicts. Right. But when I get to the next place, there's this case they have from previous locations. So, if I don't go out and circulate, even if I circulate, they'll make up stories. They'll bring kids around me to stand there in front of me in a store, and then they walk off. And I usually wait to find the adult that's with them. And I don't say nothing. I just stare them down because I know what they're doing. Right. And no, there's no reason for them to call the police. They're criminals and they're operating a sextortion racket because they're going to use the operation I spoke about yesterday that they used against. No, this is war. This is war. If this is the problem, you fucking dirty cops are violating law by allowing that shit, and it involves the war. You're involved in treason. You're involved in espionage, and it's not political, and it's not law enforcement. And it's not Me Too. Me Too is a game and a scam. You can see Swalwell's one of the Me Too set, and so are his women that work around him. It's bullshit. It's a game to go after their victims. You hear about the famous people they go after and the people that actually have charges. They used the same thing against my life. So I couldn't marry. It's in the scripture, and you churches are part of it. And you'll go to hell for it, every last one of you. They're blocking people from marriage. And how do you block somebody from marriage? You block them from relationship and say they're too dangerous to have a relationship. Meanwhile, animals like Swalwell and Ed Buck and Epstein are out there. But who's Epstein? Democratic Party? Swalwell? That's who Epstein is. So I sent a message off to X. I don't think anybody read it. They're not monitoring it. People that did it hacked, and they knew the scam. They used it on someone else before me. It isn't about me. They got paid to do it. Elon's probably aware of it. Elon's excess baggage, I'll tell you that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get my archive from them. So there's another email address I'm supposed to contact. So I have a couple more days. I got work to do here and help all of you. So as far as Beldar, the only reason you do it, any of you, is because you don't get arrested and you're shown how you won't get arrested. It doesn't mean that it's not a crime. It doesn't mean that it's not sabotage of a war effort. It doesn't mean that it's not espionage and extortion and sextortion. The operation they used on Kristi Noem's husband began during the Obama years. And I, had to check her record because, I vaguely remember, but it wasn't something that I noticed all much. And I don't agree. Don't let them say it's a Republican and conservative. I don't agree with Kristi Noem on several fronts. But it doesn't mean that she's a throwaway person. Like Elon Musk is. More trouble than he's worth, at least at this point. So it's nothing about me. Don't listen to them that I have to do something. It's bullshit, all of you. They have to pay me $10 billion. This whole thing with the VA, I appreciate it, but the people that did it are part of the deep state or somebody in the chain, because it never gave me back pay. I'm owed back pay. And that's what I need to get out of the hole I'm in. Otherwise, I'm 62. I'll probably get out of this hole at 65. Maybe. Or on my way to 62. I'll be 62 in the summer. So again, I appreciate it, but I know what's going on. Right. Again, this is what they were supposed to pay me in 2013 at the latest. It's the same people that work in social media. Little prep schooly, spoon-fed criminals from criminal families that took over the government and destroyed it and destroyed this nation and are coming against the war effort and acting like it's about Trump. Iran pays them. Iran extorts them. And as far as Europe, we never should have stayed there the whole, I guess we had to stay for the Cold War, or Russia would have ran over them back then. Probably still might, but who cares? They're not worth it. Every time we protect them, you're screwed up, United States. Fool you. You and your immigrant army over there in Europe, raping your young girls while talking about Epstein all day. I'm sure Alex Jones is being extorted by somebody. Or paid. I don't care. I told you these are, like, how long has Alex Jones been here? When they told you he's going to be broke and he told you, I said, it's bullshit. He's part of something. He's not going to be broke. Right? Send me money. I'm going to be broke. Right. He's a grifter. Alex Jones has been a grifter his whole life. Backed by foreign spies, most likely. That's the part. They fixed it so they could just say, well, it's just this, it's just that. So I get my account closed, and it's a scam because there's no way for me to know what rule I'm breaking. I even sent him an email. I don't understand this. Somebody's hacking my account. It says that there's a rules violation. I don't see anything. Right. No response. So what it is, somebody stalks you and just keeps hitting the complaint button. Meanwhile, you don't get any information. Like on Threads, it said, don't say idiot, essentially. So I said, okay, I dropped the word idiot. That easy. Those that game will be gamed. But God's a better gamer than any of you. Right, Swalwell? Now, Hasselbaum, or whatever that woman's name is, in Florida. I think she's a congresswoman, if that's what she still is. She's talking about weaponizing the Justice Department. In the world of statement analysis, and I just looked at her briefly, you have to look at it closer. she's guilty of some crime. And that's going to be her excuse, just like Swalwell was trying to use that about a year ago. Right. Maybe even 6 months ago. He dropped it, I think, when he got closer to the election. Because it makes him look guilty. Again, you can say that, but then there's a statement analysis portion of it. Right. Such as Elon's overcompensation. So I'm seeing if I left anything out. So it is sextortion. That's what they waged against the secretary and her husband. Now, I would say it began when she was a congressperson. Agreed. So Christie probably found herself drifting away from her husband, but it wasn't natural. It was it's a spycraft. It is a foreign spycraft type of operation. It doesn't matter if it comes from Kroll, the intelligence guy. It's just as illegal, maybe worse, because treason's in there. Now, Elon's like a Kroll, where they set up Harvey Weinstein. That's what he's doing with X. Now, he'll tell Trump, oh, I can help you, Mr. Trump. Right. Just so he can run that thing. Right. Russians probably pay him under somehow hidden network. Right. Chinese also. Well, if you get most favored, again, they come against him, but he's still operating in China. Right. So anytime that's a part of bribery and that type of thing that's not investigated too much. Like, if you have to be corrupt to be a deputy sheriff in Butler County, let's say, we're using that as an example now. So the sheriff requires you to be corrupt. If you're not corrupt, you lose your job. You're being paid your salary to be corrupt. Same thing as X, his employees. I don't care if he gives them bonus. He probably gives them bonus. He's pretty bold about shit. I mean, obviously, he's Eric Swalwell to the millionth power, most likely. So that's how easy it is to take out Elon Musk in reality. So I'll go and try to get my archive. They shouldn't have shut me down to begin with. They want to play hardball, I'll play hardball. I've ordered him arrested inside. Only I can remove that. Now, I'm not everybody in law enforcement, but as you can see, I'm pretty big. Well, the system. If they don't arrest Elon Musk, they'll see that something's not right. So they have to do it to get up at a certain point. It's not immediately. Again, the power is only at a basic level right now. That's what you do to everybody else around me. I mean, what are you all weirdos? You got the Me Too thing going on. Well, how you're not sexual and everybody else is, right? I mean, Elon Musk is a man of complex contradiction. Everybody else is a criminal. Everybody else is a sex fiend. Because Elon hired some firm to come up with some idea why he has sex with everybody. And he's repopulating the planet. That's the scam. Went on for about 3 years. He pushed it heavy. Now he forgot about it because it doesn't matter in his mind because everybody knows he's just repopulating the planet. Now we'll leave it at that, and we'll move on to the war again. Just pull your minds away. I've seen you since before I even got out here to read the email. I woke up, I'm like, they're doing something. They're in here. A bunch of demons and devils. So they knew the response to that email before I did. Metaphysically, I could sense something was afoot. And they were projecting. So we know Iran is using deception operations. But, let's keep an eye on that and see where we might actually additionally see it. And if we move, any further, it might come up even more. Juke left, juke right kind of deal. Then the Russians used to use, was it the Russians? Yeah. Was it the Russians or was it the Chinese? Probably both. But they used to use like fake missiles in parades. They used to build just like hollow missiles. Right. All right. So again, it also includes those social media people that were in that news article, any of them that are left. There's some in Facebook also. I think maybe Meta's getting control of what's going on in my account, but I'm not sure. And if they do, they'll get up for it. Right. And they actually got up on Threads. It's irritating, but when I said idiot, so finally I figured out what it was. But it was weird because it was like encouraging it almost, but yet telling me not to do it. But it didn't say don't say idiot, but I figured it out. And it said there's a complaint. So same people, right? They're stalkers, man. They're not investigators, man. Even people who missing and exploited children. It's a perfect cover story. Oh, we're saving children. But they're not. They're sexualizing people and having them wear boobs. That's the only way to confront it, man. Just laugh about it. It's really comical. It's a sin and a shame as to what happened to Brian, let's get his name right. but laugh at the whole thing. It's horrible. That's them. That's what they do. I told you that. Remember the SEAL? They did that SEAL, man. I told you. He eventually deprogrammed. And he came back to the Republican Party, and he has a girlfriend. But that just shows you they're blocking me from a girlfriend. If he can get a girlfriend, I can. Right. I'm huge, man. I mean, just the place where they put that 454. I'm huge, man. I'm huge. Look, we're 54. That's the deep state. I mean, some of it's natural occurring, but he put it at the White House. I'm huge. Tell it. What is it? The telephone number or the text number? I'm freaking huge. Oh, they'll put a lot of different phone numbers and stuff, places where they believe I'm going to go in the future. So, like, if I look at like Pittsburgh, I didn't look at, so they have to play catch up. Right. But there, you would have had a bunch of 454 phone numbers around here. I forget where it was. I moved in, like everywhere. I'm like, I knew I gave it away. I was coming here. You got to try to live life. So again, I'll put it in writing, but you need to charge them for the seizure. And you simply say, we have sanctions on Iran. Nobody is to give them that money or any money. Right. Anybody that does, if we can recoup that violation, and it includes charging you for whatever we have to do to seize funds, so be it. Right. Oh, it's espionage. What they did to Kristi Noem is espionage. Right. So this is another example. So in 2012, they get paid by whoever, maybe Obama's people, Russia, could be China, because again, China doesn't care as long as it disrupts. Again, because I started complaining about what they were doing to me, they came up above board and called it disruption. They named it disruption technology and made it lawful. It's still not. Disruption technology is borderline lawful. It just depends how you effectuate it. So I know the government itself, even if it's honest, is probably violating rights on disruption technology. But disruption technology includes an operation where the person probably won't say anything. They'll weigh cost benefit. Right. So again, it's like spycraft. Right. All I have to say is you're going to commit a crime, and then I go do it. It doesn't have to go to a judge to say, hey, I'm going to screw this person's life up and get a warrant or, an approval and order. Right. There's a bunch of shitbags sitting in an office in FBI or something like that, or DHS. They use disruption technology on the gnomes. Guarantee it. You want to name it, I'll claim it. Right. That's unlawful. It's extortion, sextortion, espionage, sabotage because she works on defense operations. I told you, Democrat Party going down, see it. Swallow's just the first. And you all know it. That's why Castlebaum or whatever her name is came out. How are they weaponizing? How are they weaponizing? It's the Manhattan DA. It's nothing to do with Trump. But I told you that's what's happening. Like I said, my archive in X is temporal, and I hope X becomes even more so temporal. Right. Somebody should take it over and call it T. That would be the absolute score of the century. Elon vanquished, Trump takes it over and calls it T. And Castlebaum, we, got some fraud somewhere. Question is whether it's statute of limitations protected or not. Right. That's most of them. No, I didn't know seeing. I didn't even know seeing existed until like 2003 or so. Even though I read it in the scripture, it didn't mean anything to me. Right. Which is why I'm careful to explain some of that stuff over the years so people understand what I'm speaking about. It may have actually even been 2004. So I'm listening to Rapture, which is pretty weird, in my government vehicle. I'm driving home, and I think it was my government vehicle. Yeah, it was my government vehicle. And I was driving home. I couldn't have been driving home. I didn't have my government. Where was I? I must have been living at Jim's by then. I couldn't have been in the government. I remember being in the... No, I was in the government people. I may have been going up York Road to get home, or maybe stopping by Jim's. I can't remember. Because I did live north of Jim for a while. Right. But all I remember is passing Sears. And now they could have put some ultrasonic thing in my Volkswagen government vehicle. I mean, they're allowed to do that. Again, they're not allowed to use ultrasonics on me, but... Because I can't, that one, I'm not sure if it was spies or trying to give me some thoughts. And again, I got to tell you, there were some spies that were trying to help me, but they got overrun with deep state takeover. Right. So I'm passing Sears, and all of a sudden I hear Sears, like instead of SEARS, they go SEERS. Sears. Oh my God. Well, I would actually probably be the biggest seer, so I'm their king, and they killed kings on this planet. And again, a king is not necessarily a bad thing. A good person as a king is a good thing. A bad person as a king is a bad thing. So again, I think we should up the ante and charge. We need money. We're doing this stuff for free for the world. So if you have to seize a vehicle, you charge the company, whoever it is, whoever's responsible. If it's a company that has ships and they're here in the United States, take the ship. Seize the ship for violating the sanctions. So that's a genius move, but we need to crank it up. We need to charge them for the seizures. This costs us money. That's what the deep state would do. So again, 10 years of my work in that archive is a lot of power for me to use against X and Elon Musk. Again, nothing physical. I've proven I don't act out physically. They haven't, but I have. So what they do is when the community's burnt and saying that's all bullshit, because they watched me for a few years. Like when they first say like, oh, he's going down to Albuquerque having sex with boys and men and trans and all that stuff. They believe him at first. Some of them, not all of them. A lot of them are just part of the bullshit. Right? Or going, you don't never see him at the casino. So it's kind of like a reverse idea. Well, you don't see him out there getting drunk and having sex with women, do you? Right. So therefore, he's doing whatever they say he's doing outside of that. Right. So when they burn that, they increase the pressure for me to move. Obviously, Butler is kind of burnt right now, very quick. And again, they didn't have a lot of time to set up. And those other places, they're hiring people before. So again, somebody was hired. We'll go back to the original part, something I didn't finish there. Somebody was hired to take out Noam and her family like 2012. How many years forward are we? How do you investigate that? That's a scam. They could have, they could have even hired people. I don't know before that. What did she do before she was congressman? I guess she's not all that old. Well, that's why Epstein showed up in Trump's life. I mean, yeah, he was put there not only for Trump's life, everybody's life, so that they could use that. Well, because they have a list of people, the spies do, of who they believe will be big one day, like a president, a congressman, a senator. All right, so 2007. Okay, she was in South. I don't know if they'd work her over on the South Dakota House of Representatives. Right. Now, the U.S. House is when they definitely started in around 2000. So if they paid somebody in 2011 to do this, and again, it's been happening since 2016, that's I thought it was kind of quick as far as her being, when I first thought about it being a year or so. And they could do it in a year, but I was thinking it's kind of quick. So this timetable makes sense. Right. And of course, Obama let them do, you had also Brennan, and let them do whatever they wanted. Right. And Brennan could have been the mastermind. Tell you the truth, we don't know. Even like Haspel could have been the mastermind. They don't care. They just play their game for their entire life. Thank you, Larry. So the time frame really makes a lot of sense here. So they bring somebody in, pay somebody in 2011. You're not going to have any proof in 2026. So it's a form of sextortion. Just ask Kroll. He knows about these things. Kroll, Harvey Weinstein, that's what they were doing. They wanted, if they could get, what's her name again? Was it Rose McGowan to remove her boobs? They would have tried to get Rose McGowan to remove her boobs. That's how sick they are. But she's a Democrat, so they wouldn't have tried that on her. They would have did something different. Maybe kids. They probably would have tried to do something pedophile with her. That ruins everybody in any side of the world. They break her down, get her on drugs. They killed that other woman. What's her name? because she went against the Harvey Weinstein crew. But it was later. They were still, trying to enforce their criminal rule in Hollywood. And if you read what the coroner said, the coroner knew something was up. He fought tooth and nail the narrative. Right. She made it a Harvey Weinstein statement. And heck, they killed her. Deep State killed her. The spies. Yeah, because she said in 1990s exposed. And there are others too. Obviously, Rose McGowan left the United States. She's only willing to say so much, I guess. I don't know if she's back or not. Oh my God. If I had the money, I don't know what I'd do. I'm not big on leaving the United States. I'd probably be in a more remote area. Actually, no, I'd probably be in a house, I guess. Be more difficult for them to do it in the house. So she wrote a book about, and was in the book. So they killed Anne Heck. And that was to enforce the criminal rule in D.C., not D.C., maybe in D.C. too, who knows, but in Hollywood. And then, so there's this, so they have the what do they call that? The Echo machine or whatever. Right. The Echo Hive, whatever it is. Right. And they, all of a sudden this story comes out about Anne Heck and how it all went down. And then when the coroner delivers his report, he's like, "Fool you!" Right. Oh, the way the coroner drafted the report, at least the public release of it, his statement or her statement, I think it was he though. It's like, okay, because they don't do that. They don't release reports like that. It was a "fool you" report, right? Closing the loop. So they don't have any way to say what they were saying. Which I was surprised because that meant the coroner in Hollywood was not Deep State. Or whichever, whatever location he was in. Right. If they had a Deep State coroner, he'd have lied. Right. He would have matched their narrative as close as he could. Now the reason the Hippocratic oath sounds so close, or oath sounds close to the Hippocratic oath and hypocritic oath, is because they're hypocrites. Right. It's not by accident. Right. Doctors are Deep State, a lot of them. They're money grubbers, man. That's the key to Elon, honestly, to the Deep State. They're money grubbers. Never enough. Yeah, call me a money grab. I got $1,000 in the bank. If I'm lucky. Right. That'll be that. But I'll follow it up in writing on the posts. I got a lot I got to do. I'm pulling out the theme to law enforcement, pirate radio, and all that. We're gonna crank it up. I'm going to pull up the SoundCloud account. We'll do the SoundCloud again. I just have to figure out how to broadcast to additional places without using YouTube. No, I think Mark, hopefully Mark, what's his name? Zuckerberg stops them. They've been sexualizing people, Mark. I don't know if you're part of it, afraid of it, or afraid of it, or don't know, but you need to clean it up. That includes putting bullshit copyrights on all my videos. Well, stay peaceful, praise God, and all that you do, praise God.